Welcome dear student. Today we will start our 8th chapter, which is body movements. Okay. So in this chapter we will discuss about how to move from one place to another place, or how to movement in our body. So we can observe this by movement in our body when we breathe. Okay, then we can observe, and we observe that when we blink our eyes, there is some movement also. Okay, time to time, and when we write in our copy, okay, that time when one part of our body is moving. Okay, when we turn and look at our friend, at that time also there is one part of body is moving. Okay, like that, if we have to go one place to another place, then we walk, we run, we skip, we jump. Okay, uh, like that we move from one place to another place. Okay, so in this chapter we will discuss about the movements of different animals and human being also. So at first we have this table number 8.1. You can see, dear student, here there are three columns. Okay, number in one column there are some animals. Okay, there are some animals, and in second column we have that body part used for moving from place to place. Okay, if that animal move from one place to another place, so which body part they use for that, this is column for that. And how does the animal move? Okay, what we call that, that's the third column. In first example you can see here, which is cow. Okay, as we know that when cow moves, then a cow used legs, that's why it has written here legs, and that's we call walk. Like in snake, we have given example of snake also. Snake uses whole body. Okay, snake uses its whole body to move from one place to another place, and the movement of snake, that is called silther. Like that, humans we can write here, as we know that humans uses legs for moving one place to another place, so we should write here legs. And what we call that, we call that walk. Okay, we can write walk or run, we can write both the things, walk comma run. Okay, in case of bird, as we know that birds uses wings or legs, so we can write wings and legs. For here we will write fly, walk. Okay, we can write fly or walk. And in case of insect, what do you think, which part insect use for moving one place to another place? That are legs, so you will write here legs. And how does that move? So there is creep or crawl, we can write. Okay, in case of fish, in case of fish, as we know that they have fins, fins, fins. Okay, for and we call that swim, so we can write swim also. Got it, dear students? So there are some animals. Okay, but we know that there are number of animals. We discussed only six type of animals and their body parts, and how does does they move. Okay, this is important thing. Now second topic we have, dear students, human body and its movements. As we discussed about movements of different kind of animals, now we discuss about human body and its movements. Okay, you can see. Okay, dear students, in this part we will discuss about human bodies and its movements. As we know that we are able to bend or rotate our body in place where two parts of our body seem to be joined together at the joints. We call it joints. Okay, we can move our body from joints. We observe this thing that bones, they are joined together at the joints. Okay, uh, we can give example for that. uh, how did we move our arm? Okay, did we rotate it at the shoulder in a circular movement? Am I right? Did your shoulder also move? Lie down and rotate your leg at the hip. Bend your arm at the elbow and the leg at the knee. Stretch your arm sideways. Bend your arm to touch your shoulder with your finger. Which part of your arm did you bend? So you will observe that we are able to bend or rotate our body in places where two parts of our body seem to be joined together at the joints. Okay. In our body part there are different joints. You can see in this table, uh, neck. Okay. In our body part which is neck, we can rotate neck. Okay. uh, can we rotate it completely 360-degree? Yes or no? If your answer is yes, you have to write here yes, rotates completely. You have to write here yes, but we cannot rotate it completely. Okay. So no. Here you can see it has written here yes in this one, because we can rotate neck partially. Okay, we can rotate neck partially. Okay, that's why we have written here yes. In case of arm also, uh, arm, okay, try to rotate it. Okay, we rotate it completely, that's why it has written here yes. Okay, like that you can do this with yourself. Okay, in case of fingers, can you rotate your fingers in every case partially, or you can bend or you can lift? In case of head, can you rotate your head completely? I don't think so. We can rotate head partially. So you can fill this table by observing yourself that can you rotate it or you cannot rotate it. Got it? So there are different kinds of joint in our body. So now we will discuss about different kind of joints. Okay, there are some important kind of joints which are very important. Number one, ball and socket joint. Okay. Hinge joint, this is also very important. These joint we will explain one by one. Okay dear. Number one, ball and socket joint. Okay, you should know one thing dear students, that this ball and socket joints allow movement in all direction. Okay, this joint allow movements in all direction, and this joint present at shoulder and thigh. In our shoulder and thigh, this type of joint. Okay, so you can see here, you can compare these two diagrams. You can see this one and this one. Okay, for this one, ball and socket joint, we have to do one thing. Okay, roll a strip of paper into a cylinder, make a small hole in an old rubber or plastic ball, and push the paper cylinder into it. Okay, you can also stick the cylinder on the ball. Put the ball in a small bowl. Does the ball rotate freely inside the ball? When we rotate this ball, okay, when we rotate this ball, then you will observe that this ball also rotates. Okay, like this happen in our thigh bones and hip bones also. This one you can see here, this is thigh bone and this is hip bone, and this is connected with a same ball and socket joint. So this is a one type of joints. Now dear student, we talk about next joint, which is pivotal joint. You can see here, in this case, you can see this joint joins neck and head. Okay, this pivotal joint joins neck and head, and this joint allow us to bend our head forward, backward, and left and right. Okay, in all the direction we can bend our head forward, backward, and in our right and in our left. Okay, this can be done with this joint, and this joint name is pivotal joint. Now let's just discuss another type of joint. Okay, in this hinge joint, okay, dear students, for hinge joint, you can see here, this is hinge joint. You can observe this hinge joint at elbow and knee. Okay, this hinge joint is at our elbow and knee. Hinge means, you should know, we can understand about hinge. When we open and close a door for a few times, okay, then observe the hinge of the door carefully. हिंज, यू नो दैट, जहाँ पर हम लोग दरवाजे को अटका के रखते हैं, जॉइंट. ओके, दीज आर कॉल्ड हिंज. दैट्स वाई इट इज कॉल्ड हिंज जॉइंट्स. Okay, when we open and close a door for a few times, okay, then we observe the hinge of the door carefully. They allow the door to move back and forth. So such type of joint is called hinge joint. So same thing in our body also. These hinge joints are present at our elbow and knee. These hinge joint allow us only back and forth movements, just like door move in back and forth direction. Okay, it can move in one or two directions, not in every direction. So in hinge joint only allow back and forth movements. Okay. Okay, now dear students, we have another type of joints, that is called fixed joints. You should know one thing, dear student, that there are two type of joints. Number one, fixed joints, and number two, non-fixed joints. Okay, in fixed joints, we can take example of our upper jaw, and we can take example of our lower jaw. So observe this thing: when you chew anything, then you will observe that your lower jaw is moving, not upper jaw. Okay, our upper jaw is fixed. That's why we call it fixed joint. Our upper jaw is fixed with our skull, and our lower jaw is moving. Try it. Okay, our only upper jaw is moving. That's why it is called fixed jaw, and our lower jaw is not move at all. That's why it is called non-fixed joints. So there are two kinds of joint also. One is called fixed joint, and another is called non-fixed joints. I have given you example of our upper jaw and lower jaw. Okay, our upper jaw is always fixed with our skull. So that joint is called fixed joint, which is connected with upper jaw to the rest of our head. And lower jaw, which can move up and down, that is called non-fixed joint. Okay, dear students, thank you.